Amen. Okay. So last week, Sunday, we started a series. And it has created some controversies. Because of the generation that we live in, that is a generation of lazy people. People that are mentally lazy and physically lazy, that are not going to take time to go and do their due diligence, and then they will listen to 1 minute clip or 2 minutes clip and they conclude, instead of going to just listen to 30 minutes and get the full story. But we'll go into part 2 today. Are you ready? Because next week Sunday is combined service and I have limited time to share with us. Let me see how far we can go today to pour out a lot. So we've done the foundation of, before you join the Jakpa Bandwagon, vital considerations to note. And like I said to us last week Sunday, as a pastor and as a leader, as a father, it's our responsibility to give guidance and direction to people under our area of covering. So that whatever decision you want to make, you make the decision based on accurate information. So that you will not become a victim. Because when you become a victim, unfortunately, we also become part of the victim. Because we are the one that will now be playing catch up. We have had to send money to people to return them to Nigeria. We've had to send money to people to return them to Nigeria when they got into trouble in different places. We have had to do fasting and prayer for divine intervention for people that Jakpa into trouble. And we are here, but they are still having to call us. We have to be doing fasting and prayer for something that could have been avoided. And that's why, in order to reduce our prayer points and reduce somebody saying, send me ticket, I want to return, let us help you before you enter the trap. So there are 5 vital considerations, and let's see how many we can cover today. There are 5 vital considerations that you need to put in place before you go into what we call the Jakpa. And all these things are very, very important, and I want you to take them. Like I said last week, I'm going to take it slow so that you can get it and really understand. Number 1, where are you going to? Where are you going to? So you want to Jakpa? No problem. We have, whether it's the will of God or not, it's between you and God. We have settled that last week. But now, where exactly are you going to? We have heard stories of all kinds of people. We see the stories in the public domain. The Nigerian Diaspora Commission, led by Honorable Abike Dabiri, has released all kinds of stories of all kinds of intervention. We have seen Nigeria have to bring people, different airlines, different government parastatal, have to bring people from different places where they thought they were going into a greener pasture, only to discover that it is synthetic fiber and astroturf, not real grass. Hello? Listen and listen well. It's not all open doors that is a breakthrough. And it's not all that glitters that is gold. Like I've always said, even when you went to enter prison, the prison door will still be open for you to enter. Hello? So we have heard of stories of people in Libya. You know the Libya story. Some people will gather money, cross the desert, that they are going to Libya. Then from Libya, they want to enter boat and come out in Italy. We have heard stories of people in Saudi Arabia. We have heard stories of people in different Arab nations. We see them where they will tie them, where they are all like sardine in one place. We've seen all kinds. We've seen people that have gone to, I don't know if you remember Italy. The whole Edo state was like an Italian transit center. And people were just going to prostitution. I remember I've told you the story of when I stopped going to Italy. I used to go to, in 2002, God spoke to me about, mission to Europe. And I went to all the Schengen countries from 2003 all the way to somewhere around 2006. Every year, I was going to like 5, 6 European nations. I was touring the whole of Europe. And we even had an office in Italy. We kept going Italy, where the doors open, all kinds of cities in Italy. But one day I said, I can't do this. It just can't work. I went to preach in a church. And when I finished preaching, I made an altar call. Because it was a serious message. And everybody, the choir was wonderful. Now, God forbid, but imagine the way we are blessed. How many of you were blessed by the ministration this morning? Now, imagine that as you are blessed, you now discover that the person that blessed you has something that can confuse your life. I was in that church. The choir was out of this world. Everything was wonderful. And then I made an altar call, and everybody came out. The whole choir, maybe just 2 people were there. Everybody in the choir, even ministers, people came. So I'm like, man of God, what's happening? He said, no, don't worry, just pray for that. I will explain later. Explain later. I said, what's the problem? About 70% of them were prostitutes. As in, they are commercial sex workers. I said, I don't understand. So he said, go and call. So I had to sit down to interview some people. They speak in tongue, they sang well, they love God, but they are prostitutes. And they said that when they were in Edo, somebody came to tell them that there is job, and they got the job, but only when they now got there, they now started telling them to do covenants. They took the hair on their private parts, the hair on their armpit, and that they said they have to pay them 30,000 euro, 50,000, 100,000 euro back before they are free. They sleep with old, new, 8, 10 people a day, sleep with animals. True life, so I was there. It's not as if I was sitting down interviewing these people. And I said, you mean you can, even the lawful captive shall be set free? He said, sir, we have tried that. The sister so that left, she had vaginal cancer. The very minute she left, they decided, so they are just praying for God to help them to pay off so that they can be free. That day, I could not judge them. I could not change the scripture. When I left there, I was asking God, I said, but so these ones now, they will go to heaven, Abi? But because they love you, Abi, they love you. But I said, so God, I don't feel come. That's the last time I went to Italy. True life story. I could not go because I can't fathom that. I just, till tomorrow, I don't have answer, so don't ask me. I don't have answer. No, I'm telling you. I couldn't fathom it. So all these people born again, so, and you're a process, every day you wake up, you are going to do runs. And that is your career. And you're, I couldn't understand it. But I know that the scripture cannot be broken. So I would rather stand on the side of scripture and let other things take care of itself. Hello? So where do you want to go to? Because many of them, we have heard of Northern Cyprus, where they say they are going to Turkey, and they are going to Cyprus. And Northern Cyprus, we are even told it's not even a country. That is not even a recognized country. But because we are looking for cheap school, because I want my children to go, I don't want my children to suffer what I suffer. Many parents have lost their children. No, look at what's happening in Dubai now. With Nigerian students that are going to do cultism a year and a year fighting. It's just amazing. So where do you want to go? Where? I hope you remember that many people were displaced from Ukraine because of this Ukrainian war. I think I told you the story of a guy that got into Ukraine and died the same day. The guy entered Ukraine and died the same day. And we have a brother, one of our sons here is also in Ukraine. When I heard that, I said, so I called, I said, come, what happened? This guy does, he said, no, that most of these people, that's his code that killed him. He's not devil, sir, he's code. So most of these people, they will go to agents that will just get them visa, but the agents themselves have never traveled. So they don't even understand what they won't tell them the kind of clothes to wear. He said, the guy came, he said, because the hostel, the heaters are not working well. That's why you have to still buy a smaller heater to be able to connect so that you can put the heater close to yourself. Say, because this is very cold weather. So the guy came from Nigeria with normal Nigerian shirt, entered there, the place was cold. He said, we buy heater tomorrow. He slept, he didn't wake up. But he says, sir, he was like crayfish. He says it's the heat, it's the cold that killed him. And he was the only son, not the only son. The woman had 2 children, 1 boy, 1 girl. He died. He entered Ukraine. The day when he entered, and he died. Where are you going? Have you done a research of the country you are going to? Have you researched the country? Do you know what the country is all about? Have you found out the laws of the country? One of our brothers here traveled to one country, and in that country, prostitution is legal. That you don't even have, if a prostitute solicits you and comes to you to say, Alpha, you cannot insult the prostitute. To say, how dare you say that you can't do that, you will now be the criminal. No, true life story. The brother is a member of this church. Hello? He said, by the time the person was coming, thank God for the person that was there that was with him. And they say, what kind of nonsense is this one? And then he said, brother, cool down. You better adjust yourself. That you have to beg her that you are not ready and look for a way to tell her you will come and see her later. That because if you fight, you are the one that they will arrest. So when they say, oh, how are you? You look beautiful. Okay, don't worry, I'm actually going out now. So where can I see you when I'm ready? Just to escape. And you just carry yourself, go. Many of you don't know what you're doing. You don't know anything. So that country you are going to, have you done your research about the country you are going to? Because many of us are just so passionate about relocating, but we are too lazy to even do a research. To even check weather, to even check culture, to check language, to check location. You are not ready. It's just, I just want to go. I just want to go. Number 2, why do you want to Jakpa? What is your reason? Like I said last week Sunday, people have different reasons. For some of you, it's academic reason. Some is marriage. Some is mission. Some is a job. You want to pursue your career. Some is just an aspirational goal. You just want a better life for yourself. And there's nothing wrong in that. God didn't create you to suffer. I've told you before, you're a global citizen. Now, the question you now need to ask yourself is, why am I going? Other people may have come up with their own reason, but what is your own reason? Because one thing we have come to realize is that majority of the people that relocate, the highest reason for relocation is economic migration. That's the highest reason, economic migration. And most of the time it's because people think that when they migrate, they have a better economic possibility. But what many of them do not realize is that where they are going to, there are people that were born in that place that are still poor. Where they are going to, there are people that have gone thinking that it will be better, but they are actually struggling and they wish they can come back to Nigeria. When I was going around, one of the countries I went to was France, Paris, France. And a man came to see me when I finished doing the School of Money. It was this School of Money tour and ministers conference I was doing around Europe. One of the guys that came to see me was a man, elderly man. When I say elderly, he was in his 50s, and then, 2003, me, I was still ahead. So, to me, he was elderly man. Now, maybe he's ahead. So, I saw the man, and the man came to me. He said, sir, he said, all these things you are saying. He said, do you know I used to be a bank manager in Union Bank? So, I was a bank manager, Union Bank. I was a manager of this. He was telling me stories. He said, but I just felt that, look, let me relocate. He said, sir, do you know what I'm doing now? He said, I wish that I didn't sell all my property. He said, I sold house, I sold car, I sold shares, I sold everything. I'm leaving this country, this God-forsaken country. I'm leaving this. He said, sir, Nigeria is better. He said, sir, he said, do you know what I do now? I said, what do you do? He said, I work in a factory. He said, do you see all those, they will use iron to hang a pig or cow. He said, we are the one that works in those factories. He said, and to work in the factory, it's only boxer you will wear. Because they think you are going to, so you will wear boxer. So, Bimoshe told you, married man with children. No. He said, all of us will now wear trousers with big belly, big bum. Everybody will now enter. And they will be cutting meat, He said, by the time you do that from morning to night, he said, my back. So you bend down. He said, by the time he said, look, sir, as I am now, I have erectile dysfunction. I can't even sleep with my wife. My erection can't stand more. He said, because the kind of work I'm doing. He said, no, he was telling me by himself, this is not third-hand story. Because you want to economically migrate, but you have forgotten. Because see, when you are thinking, poverty is a mindset. One of the definitions of poverty. You see, let me tell you how you think. No, when I relocate, my friend told me that the minimum salary is $2,000. It's not a lie if the friend told you that. So in your brain, 2,000 times 700, 1.4, I gave you 1.4. I'm here. Tunji 1.4. Tunji that we are both earning 70,000 a year. Tunji, when did he go? But you have forgotten that out of that 2,000, his rent is $850 per month. That $850 per month is your own annual rent here. You have forgotten now that the person earning the 2,000 is not going to be spending naira. So it's not 1.4. 2,000 is 2,000, not 1.4. Because he will now be spending and you will now be shocked. We have seen people that relocated only to discover that their annual rent is now their monthly rent. And now they are spending money. Look, many times, next month again, taking people to Dubai. I travel regularly. I do a lot of meetings. One of the things you will see when people relocate is people will start carrying calculator. No, you do. They'll just say, sir, Baba, Kilefi, I'm going to calculate the lay. They'll be calculating because in their mind, it's like, how can I spend this kind of money to buy this thing? But that's the reality. When you relocate, you are no more going to spend naira. You will now be spending the currency you are making. You will now discover that you are not going to have the kind of disposable income that you think you are going to have. So, desperate people do desperate things. But by the time they get to the other side, they realize that there's trouble. Few things I would like to put before you for your consideration when you are asking yourself the question, why do you want to travel? Number one, is your marriage or relationship strong enough for the move? Is your marriage or relationship strong enough for the move? Let me tell you something for free. Africa helps marriages. Africa helps marriages. African culture helps marriages. Forget about all the, different excesses of some stupid men and some stupid women. But Africa actually helps marriage. Because in Africa, we are communal. In Africa, we love, we respect. In Africa, we are not just out there. Westernization is trying to spoil. But an African man, an African woman, there are some basic culture and values that comes with us that are cultural. Even if they are not born again, they are just some culture that helps marriage. Once you cross to the Western world, you need to ask yourself, is your marriage strong enough for that move? Because, listen to me, one of the things you will realize is by the time you cross over, you will suddenly realize that many of the things you believe are cultural, not global. Hello? Because many of you now, for instance, in Africa, in marriage, you believe that it is the woman that should cook. The man does not cook. It is the woman that should do school run and take care of children. The man does not do that. You now carry that African virus and enter abroad. And then your wife says, I'm going to work, so don't forget to wash the plate. You're like, Master, all right. But once you cross over, there is nothing like the wife is the one that cooks. All those things are African mindsets that are not global. Then you now realize that your marriage is not strong enough. So many marriages break when people relocate. Because a lot of women in Africa that have been, cowered into submission. Submit. When they now enter, nobody needs to preach human liberation. They are just liberated. Because by the time they go out, they are hearing different stories. And then all of a sudden, so is your marriage strong enough for this move that you want to make? You that you are in Nigeria, with all of us available to counsel you, you are fighting, we are talking. I hope you know that even to go to a counselor for mediation is 200 pounds per person for 2 hours. So you pay your own 200 pounds. Your wife will pay her own 200 pounds. And you sit down with somebody just to help you mediate. The one we are doing here free. Love offering, you won't bring. Birthday, you won't remember. Christmas, because pastors in Nigeria are just free. And you still insult them. When you go, it is a counselor or a counselor that will charge you money and give you 2 hours. And they can put you on 8 sessions. 400 times 8. If you don't want to in Nigeria, your marriage is there. You can quickly call your neighbor and put your child with your neighbor, or call your cousin or your brother. Someone called me yesterday. She's supposed to be on the trip to Dubai. I said, sir, I'm sorry, I will not be able to make the trip again. Why? There's nobody to leave my children with. I thought that my sister would be able to make it, but she too said she won't be around. I spoke to this, so I have to stay with my children. That's what abroad, there's nobody to keep your children with. You see, the money you will pay for daycare alone for your children is more than the salary that you are collecting. So by the time you have 2 children and daycare is 650, 650 times 2 is already like 1,003, 1,004, and your salary is 2,000. One person will have to sit there at home and be the father or mother at home. So many times, the person that has the highest salary, and by the time you relocate, if your wife is a nurse, or she's in the medical profession. She's the one that will be making the money. You that you are just a struggler, hustling in Nigeria, you now get there, you will sit down, the woman will go to work, you will be doing child run, you will be doing school run, you will be doing nappy, diaper, you will be doing food. And then you will now begin to feel that you are not a man. Because Africa has made you believe that being a man is going out to go and bring food for the woman that is sitting down like a jobless woman. Is your marriage ready for it? Is your marriage ready? These are things that nobody will tell you. We know how many people we are counseling you. Many of the people you are seeing, they have divorced, they have separated. They are just roommates in the same house. There is no more marriage. Because they relocated without considering the cost of that relocation on their marriage. And you suddenly realize that people that have a strong marriage value, they begin to tell you new revelations as if the Bible changes. Let me even tell you one of the problems you are going to face. It's not only about the two of you, it's about the people that are monitoring you. You say, Pastor, what are you talking about? You see, in the Western world, there are so many old women and old men and gossiper and prognoser that are just jobless at home, opening window to check what's happening. No, true life story. And they are the one that will call police, say, I think this couple are having issue. I heard the sound. True life story. Hello? They are the ones that will come up because they are jobless old women, jobless, they don't retire, nowhere to go. Now your life be their school. I was impressed in Pastor Lekon, you know him, Pastor Lekon. This happened in his, so just this one that I went this April. And what happened? A couple that has relocated, you know, these elderly redeemed, Daddy Joe kind of people that I know. That's the way the couple is. So they have relocated. And then in the school where the woman is doing her master's, they now form them into small groups that they should do a project together. The project group now said, we are going to meet so and so time. The woman innocently said, I will not be able to make it that time. That I have to go home to cook for my husband. Great mistake. Just innocent conversation in a group. No, that time you people are fixing. It won't work for me. I need to go. The next thing, excuse me, what are you talking about? You came here to school, you paid for school fees, we're talking, so what has your husband feeling? Is he handicapped? Is he incapacitated? Can't he cook for himself? And instead of her to keep quiet and change this, she said, no, what do you mean? That's not the way it works. The husband is the head of the family. You have to, she continued to preach. But she for one, she said, true life story, it happened, true life, Preston, England. She now continued to push the agenda. Your husband is the head of the house. I have to go and cook for him. She left. The next day, they were in their house. They have reported that the woman is being abused by the husband. True life story, that the woman is being abused by the husband. That because the way she was saying she's going to cook, that she was speaking, you can see that she's under bondage. You can see that she does not have control of herself. That how can somebody be doing masters and the man is sitting there at home doing nothing and he cannot cook for himself? That woman is a true life story. So we're very Jakpa. Second consideration. Is your walk with God strong enough for your relocation? I hope you know that many of you are not serious with God. I hope you know. You know and I know. No, I'm telling you, you know and me too. I know. How many of you have spent 1 hour in prayer alone with God by yourself in the last 10 years of your life? Many of you never. How many of you have read Bible from Genesis to Revelation since you got born again? Many of you never. You see, in Nigeria, do you know one of the reasons? Let me tell you something. I've said this before, I'll say it again. Whenever you see something that is becoming so popular, don't join the bandwagon. Think deep. One of the reasons why the online prayer movement in Nigeria is blowing up is because of the shallowness of Christians. A lot of Christians don't have a personal prayer life. So all those online prayer you see, 10,000 people, 10,000 people, it is not a testimony of a new move of God. It's actually a testimony of the weakness of the church. If you sit down by the Spirit It's actually a testimony because many of you don't have a prayer life. So once you wake up in the morning, you connect to this one. After you finish that one, you connect to that one. And in your mind, you are telling yourself you have prayed, Abi. To your mind, you are now a Christian. Because every day you join a prayer group, you do 1 hour here, and then you now say, I prayed 1 hour. You did not pray 1 hour. Because your Christian life does not grow by communal efforts. Your personal Christian life grows by personal relationship with God. And that is why when the lockdown came, we saw how weak the Nigerian church is. Because many people backslided with the lockdown. I told you before the lockdown, as we are entering it, I said it's not just a health pandemic. I told you it's going to be a spiritual pandemic. It's going to be a relational pandemic. It's going to be what? A financial pandemic. Now, people are taking mental health, depression, suicide. It's COVID that came to strengthen those things. A lot of churches have not recovered till now because people have now retired. Every program now, is it online? Now we are doing program next week. Oh. Some of you, even though you live 2 streets away, you will not come because something is wrong with you. So I will join online. I pray that God will not only show up online for you. No, that's my prayer for you. Because if all you need, God has to be showing up online alone, that means no more marriage, no more children. Many of the miracles you have today, they are not online miracles. They are physical miracles you are enjoying. If God has to limit his interaction with you to showing up alone online, many of you will now suddenly realize the errors of your ways. So question, is your relationship with God strong enough? Because many of what we are practicing in Nigeria is religion. Oh. Something for and die. Every enemy of my soul. Oh Lord, send me destiny helper. Lord, give me breakthrough. Once you relocate, about 80% of the prayer of a Nigerian Christian becomes useless in the Western world. Because there's no devil to fight. Water is working. Light is working. Car is working. Nobody's going on strike. Your food is regular. Everything is regular. You will now suddenly realize that all your prayer life has been about things, not God. Look at your prayer life. So all this online prayer, how many of the online prayer is about, Lord, make me what you want me to be. Deliver me, Lord. Transform me, Lord. Help me to love you. It's all about, this is your day. Today is day of goodness. Tomorrow, day of blessing. Tomorrow, day of favor. You are just fooling yourself. You are fooling yourself. And you are just moving in cycles like children in the wilderness. Am I saying don't join the online prayer? I'm not saying that, but that should not be your menu. That should not be the definition of your prayer relationship with God. I'm telling you. So is your Christian life strong enough? Many people fast in Nigeria because of fear. Many people give because of fear. By the time you now get to the Western world, most of all those confusion about tithe, offering, and everything about church, most of the people saying that online, they are diasporans. Because they just feel that, no, since I've been here, I don't tithe, I don't give, and everything is working. So what are you people talking about? Because when they were in Nigeria, instead of teachers teaching the people the truth, they kept using the pulpit to manipulate people. Because majority of pastors themselves don't know better. And because we are in an economically deprived location, economic ministry has become a way to tell people God will heal you, God will deliver you, God will bless you, God will this you, God will that you. So even in saving people, even the salvation is come to Jesus, he will save you. Come to Jesus, he will deliver you. Come to Jesus. So even from the point of recruitment, we are recruiting people into a relationship with God for what God can do for them, not for what he can make out of them. So is your Christian life strong enough? There are people that the day they left Nigeria, that was the last time they ever fasted. They have not fasted now for 15 years. They have been abroad. Many of them have never tithed in the last 10 years. And as far as they are concerned, I'm doing well, my career is moving fine, everything is moving fine. All these Nigerian pastors, they are deceiving you. Why? Because people have not been well taught. So is your relationship with God strong enough for that relocation? Number 3, let's see if I can do one more. We'll continue next week Sunday. How are you going? By air? By road? By sea? By desert? By the Spirit? Don't you know there's witchcraft? It's also a craft. Whether it's aircraft or witchcraft, there is a craft. So how are you going? Few things to note. To enter a country with visitor's visa, knowing well that you intend to stay in that country, is an error. Majority of the people that travel with visiting visa. There are different classes of visa. So you are going to say, I'm going on holiday, or I'm going for a business trip, and you now collect visa. Maybe they give you 3 months, or they give you 6 months, or 1 year, or whatever. But in your mind, visa no. Toba debi mama said to collect visa, but toba ti wole, when you enter, we'll take care of the other ones. I am standing before you right now. There are people that I know, not third party, people that I know that have been abroad for over 20 years. They can't come home. It's been 20. Their father died, they couldn't come. Their mother died, they couldn't come. There are people that have left thinking that, oh, don't worry, let me go first. Then you will come and join me. They have gone 7 years ago, 15 years ago. The wife is still here with the children. Marriage is over. The man don't do arrange to marry another person, to say he won't get document. You don't know what people are going through. I've been pastoring this church for 27 years. There are people, if I tell you cases even in this church, a sister here, that's how I will go and join the man. Now so, year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4. After a while, by the time she finally, they have been telling me her story. The day she finally came, I said, look, my sister, leave that side. Start building your own career. Go to Ghana. From Ghana, go to Kenya. Just begin to build. Before you know it, one day, don't put his name on anything. Just go on your own personal level. I said, because this one you are going, the man may have married. And every time you are filling form, you are putting his name. But his name and your name are no more tallying based on some things he's not telling you. That's how the sister started. After about 3 years, she finally made it to London. That's where the man, after the man came to London. Now then the man sleep with her, impregnate her, go back to America. She came back to Nigeria, discovered she's pregnant. That's how she gave birth to a child. To enter London again, you know if you enter. To go to America, you know if you, now she's a single parent. I can tell you stories upon stories. Another one, in this same church, there are plenty like that. The man has left, and the stupid woman, they agree that I know anybody man shame here. Because you see, when poverty is your software, compromise is a normal thing to you. Because many of you say you are Christian, but me, I know you're clean kokon. You are not clean nothing. You are just a bunch of carnal Christians that claim to know God, but you are ready to do anything carnal with your minds of God will forgive us, mercy. Hello, they agree though that the man will go there and enter an arranged marriage. Because some people pay 3,000, 5,000, 8,000. You do an arranged marriage, then you get married. After you get married, you now divorce the woman, and then you now bring your family. That's the plan, no? As I'm speaking to you right now, the man don't enter Q. The woman don't, even the woman in Nigeria, too, she too has started, she don't get side cock. You two don't sleep around for Nigeria yet. They are in this church, it's not long time in this same cavalry. She's already, even in daughter, don't cash in mama with somebody. What are you talking about? You are just messing away the life of your children. Messing destiny away. Without it. So if you are relocating, visiting visa is not immigrant visa. Hello? To say you are going to visit, you now get there, they say we are going to change status. Have you gotten the right information? Have you gotten the right information? I can tell you stories about stories. I have friends, even from men of God, where the husband and wife had to separate. The wife went to marry somebody arranged, the husband to marry somebody arranged, and they are pastors, and they are still in the same, and they are pastoring the church. To enter a country illegally and Kawasaki. What does that mean? Seek for asylum. With the hope that it will end well, it may end up in shame. A woman in New York, we all know her as Yadura. She's been in New York for 24 years. She's back in Nigeria now. 24 years, asylum. Asylum case can be on for decades. Once you say asylum, they give you temporary document, begin to work. But your case will be there, adjourn. 24 years. She has bought houses. She has opened restaurants. I'm eating in the restaurant for Yadura. She's back in Nigeria. After 24 years, she went for another appearance in the days of Trump, thinking it's like the usual one that they will adjourn. From there, Lord deportation camp, old land in Nigeria, the streets. After 24 years. So many of the people you are saying that they are not coming home, they don't have documents. They are waiting for the asylum. And that has become another major ministry for Nigerian pastors abroad. Documents. Your document will be released. It's not a prayer. There are services over documents when you go abroad. We carry the same Nigerian spirit, go there again, continue the same Nigerian kind of church. So to enter a country with the plan to change status inside the country and become legal may turn out contrary to what you think. Because many of the people you are trying to follow, they are not telling you the whole story. I'm telling you. They are not telling you the whole story. I hope you know. There are many people that you know. If you see them coming to Nigeria, one thing you should do, passport will be visa, let me see how Americans stay. You will be shocked when they give you their passport or it's another name that is there. The name you know them for, they have gone to do. Some people are working. Is somebody else's name they are using to work. A sister in this church. So let me not tell you long that the one way they here. Went to America and the church said, no, just come. Once you come, I'm going to take care of you. In fact, you will stay with me. In fact, I will tell my Oga, you will get a job in the same place I'm going to get a job. And she came to me and said, it's not easy like that. Nobody gives people free house. In London, it's not possible. Except if it's your family member or somebody that is really blood or somebody that is really doing well that wants. And they can, I said, once you stay there, max 1 month. By the time you start collecting money, you start paying your own. You say, no problem. If you don't learn by revelation, you learn by experience. By the time she landed, the girl picked her out from the airport. She got to the house, 2 weeks. You know when you first come, they are cooking for you. You are watching television. They are giving you remote. Within 2 weeks, she got a job. The girl, Epa, true, get job. But she doesn't have account. So it's inside the girl's account. And with the girl's name, they are paying a salary into the girl's account. And they pay salary every 2 weeks. So by the time they pay the first one, instead of collecting like 1,008, the girl give her 600. You see what happened? No, okay, I'm paying rent. Pay the rent now. It's 2 of us, so I've removed the rent. You know, NEPA bill, you know, light bill, gas bill. The girl share them 50-50. See, you didn't tell me that one, that I was already planning that this one I will send 500 to my family at home. He said, so me, I don't have family. That's how the trouble started, though. I'm telling you, a brother left here. They told him, don't worry, once you get to South Africa, we'll meet you there. When he landed at the airport in South Africa, the phone number didn't work again. The phone number of the person that said land, I will take care of you, didn't work. He ended up sleeping in a church. He asked for a Pentecostal church. It was a Pentecostal church. He now went to sleep on a beer hotter that doesn't even have rug like our own. Inside winter for South Africa. Now so it begin cloud. But now from there it begin colors. Hello? It begin color. I'm trying to look for. There is a South Africa I went to. There are some people that went with us. We met some people at the airport. I'm trying to look for. There are about 2 people that went with us. At the airport, we met a Caverian at the airport, stranded. We met him there. There are 2 people that I'm trying to look for them. They were, are you here? They said, no, we have been here since yesterday. I slept at airports. I don't know anywhere. The person number is no more working. I said, I'm telling you. So I can tell you stories upon stories upon stories upon stories upon stories of people that did not think of all these things until they got there and now they are backslided. I have a friend, he was a minister of the gospel. When he got to America, we still spoke about 3 weeks ago, one of his greatest regrets now is that he's not in ministry. He's doing well, he has car, he has houses, but he's no more in ministry. Why? Because he has to be hustling. And he's been in America now for over 20 years. But the call of God upon his life has been suspended because he can't do ministry. Do you know how many marriages have been scattered? Even men of God's marriages. You can't keep 2 homes. Wife and children in one place, you in one place. All the people you see doing it, that you are envying them. Don't let anybody deceive you. Marriage was never meant for husband and children to be in one place. Wife and children, that's not the plan of God. There are sacrifices they are making. There are pains they are going through that they will not tell you. Stop envying what you don't know. Stop envying what you don't know. Say, don't worry, I'll be going there every quarter, every this and that. And I hope you know that all the children you are raising now, but you don't know how far. At the age of 18, that's when your report card will come out. Many of you, what you are doing now, you are setting yourself up for pain and sorrow in old age when you suddenly realize that you don't even know your children. And it's men that suffer more because they'll be collecting your money to take care of themselves, to settle themselves. After a while, you are a bad father. So, there are travel advisory services. There are consultants that will help you, give you clarity on all these things, but it's not free. So I would rather that you go and pay $1,000 to get counseling and consulting from somebody that knows, that has a track record, so that they can guide you right, than to go and enter only to discover that you should have done it this way, because it will affect many things. It will affect many things. Well, I hope with this few points of mine, I've been able to convince you to think very well before you Jakpa, so that you not become an Jakpa. God bless you.